Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. Right now, we're sitting at 65. What a beautiful day it is. It's Wednesday. It makes it middle of the week as we get today started. Today's high is going to be somewhere right around 91 degrees. Nice weather for us there.
Feel good this morning.
Hope you're enjoying your day. If you haven't cracked your door, go outside. Breathe in a little fresh air. It's good for you, isn't it?
It's nice. It'll make your lungs feel good.
Make you a better person.
Yeah. Go outside with a cup of coffee. Fresh air, talk to our good Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
What was that Hank Jr. song, Attitude Adjustment? It'll give you one of those.
You got that right. Man.
I don't, and correct me, I know we don't have them in Meridian, 7-Elevens. What's the closest place those are?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I read about them in the news all the time.
With the big gulp.
Yeah, and they always made fun of them on Saturday Night Live because no one could ever speak English, and you know it was whatever you're getting. But we do have a Circle K in Meridian, and it looks as though they're real close to Circle K buying out the 7-Elevens. A bid has been made. We'll see if the takeover happens.
Well, I tell you, we do have a Circle K, and I visit it fairly regular. I like it.
Right there by the Waffle House.
Yeah. Thing is, fix your gas pumps. Mop your store, clean it up. But guess what? Odie still goes.
Well, let's back up a minute because I was visiting the Clark County Jail not long ago, and Harold was giving me a tour of everything that goes on at the jail there. And Chief Deputy
Barry
walks up with a Superstop coffee mug. And I said, you know you can't get a refill on that anymore. Those days are gone. And I just hadn't seen a Superstop coffee mug in umpteen dozen years.
Now, he's got a coffee mug with his face on it, and he's still drinking out of a Superstop.
And it was all stained. You can tell it was 25 to 35 years old. And y'all got to urge him into the... But brought up the next subject. Superstop was bought out by... Who was the next one that came
Cefco.
Cefco bought that out, and I think they're going to be selling out.
C.E. Fisk and Company, big gas corporation down in Texas.
And I don't mean to get on soapboxes, but let me just say this. When you take out local out of something, it changes everything. When Glenn DeWeese ran these stores, they were top-notch. They were clean. The people that waited on you were more than nice. I want to be fair about what I'm fixing to say. It will be a cold day before I spend one dime in a Cefco ever again. I don't care if it's for a piece of bubble gum. We were up filming an incident that happened. The Meridian Police Department was making an arrest. We were on the side of the road filming, and we're filming what's going on with the police department as they arrest it. We spin around to film the Holiday Inn in the background where it all began.
So this is that big Superstop.
22nd Avenue is where we're talking about. And there were two employees of the store that began cussing us and telling us not to put them on film. They were not even on film, number one. But rude is not even the word that should be used. And you expect customers to come in your store? There's lack of management there. That was beyond disgusting what was said to me and Rob, our camera guy that helps us. I can't believe it. You know, it shows the leadership that you have. And I ain't spending no money with you. We've got some great stores, Maples, that take care of you, that are clean. You smell it when you go in.
Wait a minute. Locally owned?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Burns and Burns.
Locally owned?
There you are. They take care, and both stores are absolutely clean. Both of these companies, they're Meridian based, and they work hard to keep customers happy. And then you have somebody like that with employees that insult without even, I'm telling you, I ain't buying nothing else there.
Their gas
That
pumps
was
work.
8 months ago, and I still ain't bought nothing.
Every one of them. If you go to Burns and Burns or you go to Maples, your gas pumps are going to work. Your store is going to be clean.
That's correct.
Floors are going to be mopped. Your items are going to be stocked. There's going to be stuff on the shelf for you to go in. You don't have empty boxes that you got to go through. The people are nice, but it boils down to if you've got a problem, you can call the corporate office.
And they're right here.
Which is right here. And the people really like to see you come in.
This is problems with America. And it needs to be nipped in the bud. And we hope this new company does something better. They understand what local means.
Well, you see what corporate did to our local hospitals.
Oh, yeah, that's different.
Corporations are, they're good in some aspects. And some aspects it needs to be locally owned.
That personal touch goes away so many times.
And it's buy local.
That's correct. And we're going to address something next. But we've got a special guest that we're going to talk to about a 5K run coming up. But we're going to do this next after we let some folks tell you about some great businesses. We're going to discuss the Meridian Police Department. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. The chief was not given a fair shake on this at all of what was done yesterday. I'm going to tell you who, what, and why. We'll do that next, coming up with Scotty Ray and Odie here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisRents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie as we begin our Wednesday. What do you call this day?
Hump Day. We finally made it. Halfway.
Which means it's church night. We do hope you'll make it out to a church of your choice somewhere tonight. It'll be very, very good for you to attend that. A lot of folks would love to have you there. I mentioned a moment ago, and if you'll notice in the headlines, there was a story that came out in Meridian that spread quickly around town that the Meridian Police Department had not paid their bill to the Kemper County Sheriff's Department. You will notice I did not run the story on that. There was a reason. There was no reason to run that story. As we all know, there's two sides to everything. One called the Sheriff's Department, and if you'll read that carefully, there's a question to the sheriff, and he told the truth. Has the bill been paid? No, they owe about $38,000 to $40,000. Okay, that's as far as the questions went. It's a lack of journalism to do a story like that to where you don't find out why the bill hadn't been paid. Was it submitted? Has it reached the council to be paid yet? It was approved last night to be paid. And we did get, and as I said before, there's a lot of times that me and the chief of police in Meridian don't agree on things, but she was right on this. It just, there was 3 inmates that were in the Kemper County Jail. They have now been transferred to Clark County, to that jail system. That's the last inmates that we had up there. They've been moved out. And we got a response last night. I got an email. Let me go down here and find it. I put this where I could read it. in bigger writing because I'm getting older, Odie.
So is that why our screens got bigger?
That's it. We got 38-inch. We tried to get 45s. We got this last night from the Meridian Police Department. The title reads, Meridian Police Chief Deborah Naylor Young's response regarding money owed to the Kemper County Sheriff's Neshoba Correctional Facility for housing MPD inmates. Big title there. All payments for housing inmates from the Meridian Police Department have been submitted for approval by the Meridian City Council. A requisition of $25,525 was submitted to the Finance and Records for payment on July 25th. A requisition for $13,000 was submitted to the Finance Record Committee on August the 2nd. They have both appeared on the docket for September 3rd. I think it was even approved last night. This just had not had time to make it through there. Now, do I know if all of this was submitted timely from the Sheriff's Department in Kemper County? I don't. I know that in dealing with my records, that when I mail something, it may or may not get there timely. I got back a month ago a Christmas card that I mailed in November. It never made it to where it was going. Anybody that is usually delinquent with me that has not paid a bill is because, well, the U.S. Post Office was a little slow getting it there. Right. But it was a lack of jumping on them before, and not any journalism put into this. There's two sides to every story when a bill is to be paid. Now, did I run the story on the credit cards being cut off? Sure did. Because you know what? Could nobody buy gas? It wasn't paid. There's a difference in this. It was a bill submitted. It has to go through things. Be careful where you get your news from, your headlines. There's a lot of people that just because something is written, they jump on it real quick. And there's more to the story. And I urge you to watch what you do. Be careful, read between the lines. There's a lot of folks that are very, very young that write news stories now that hadn't lived life and don't know right from wrong. They're learning. They jump on a story. It's like mom and daddy having to teach them what to do. They jump on it. I'm not saying that I don't make mistakes. I try to correct anything that we do. But that was a little early to be jumping on the Meridian Police Department. I have to back the chief on that. It just wasn't submitted properly. It's going to get paid. Don't be jumping on them too early, is the moral of that story.
Well, at least there's one good thing that came out of it.
What's that, Harold's got 3 more people?
No, at least the story was local.
I guess so.
I mean, look, we got to look for the bright side of things.
Let's just say I get followed around a whole lot during the day. We all know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're watching. They can sit there and say they don't, but we know they do. And I'll see y'all. I'll let you know where I'll be in a little while where you can come join me.
But you don't know. Your phone rings and says, hey, this is happening, and that's where you go.
It's never planned. There's absolutely nothing planned.
Oh, man.
That's where we'll be. But just the bottom to the story is make sure you know what you're talking about on stuff like that. Billing is something else. It is not always quick. Now, again, when somebody's credit card is turned off, I will be one of the first to tell you about it. And that has happened here. And,
well, it's different because everything's a month out.
Yeah.
You know, you bill something, then, I mean, if somebody sends my office an invoice, then I turn that invoice, and it depends on what day of the month of how long it goes to that month before it's put on the docket. Then they vote for it, and then they cut the check. So it's not regular like me and you where somebody gives us an invoice and we whip out a checkbook, and there's state and federal laws that purchasing departments have to follow.
Now, I had my own little personal boo-boo that I talked about not long ago. I think it was last year. I was going to DeKalb to pay my little land taxes up there, and my wife asked me where I was going. I said, I'm going to DeKalb to pay taxes. Why don't you mail it? Well, I took that as she was going to mail it. Oh. And I didn't go. It didn't get paid. I had to pay a little late fee there.
Oof.
With me, you got to be really, really, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm going to do this.
Why don't you stop and mail it instead of driving? Oh, okay.
I took that as she's going to do it. Ruh-roh, Scotty Ray was wrong. Things like that happen in life. We all do. But just pay attention to what's going on. Read between the lines is what I get to on this whole story there. Here's one for you, and let me explain this. Because to look at it, I almost thought it was like somebody went and repossessed some tires. It was my first thought. I said, who in Clarkdale financed their tires and they got them taken at the church on top of it?
With a good-looking car.
Right, at the church. I said, I was thinking, who repos at a church? Who could do that?
Yeah.
And that was not the story in case. As we all know, we've been talking about this for a few days. There's construction work going on at Clarkdale. Yeah. They're repaving there. Well, what happens if you live in between two places that they're paving and you get ready to go to work?
You ain't got a choice.
Yeah, you don't know which lane is which. She turns out, goes down the road, and they've dug up the road. 4 flats, flop. And that's what happened here. And this is why the car was sitting at the church. I feel for her. Now, that was not good.
No, not. It looks like a NASCAR pit stop.
It does. And so this is why the car is sitting there. And they'll probably have some tires back on it today after she goes and takes out a loan to have that fixed there. Tires, all 4 at once.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly.
Yeah, unexpectedly.
So we say all that in to be extra, extra careful this morning on that area there. Drive a little bit slower. And for the life of me, whoever planned this, we don't quite understand why they wouldn't have done that during the summer when school was out and there was less traffic there. We can't be everywhere, Odie.
Dun, 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 dun.
Where's that stool where you make somebody go get in a corner with that little hat? We're going to have to come up with an honorary hat, and we'll pass it out when it's necessary. This is a hat moment, y'all.
We have that back there with our seal of approval.
Yes, sir. Sitting right there. Anyway, we'll be right back. We're going to talk about the 5K run and how you can be a part of it. It's coming up, Habitat for Humanity. Don't rush off. We're going to do that next. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your trustworthy Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
And welcome back. We were trying to figure out something there. I don't think we did. It'll be okay, though. We roll right on. Good morning, already 7:20 as we begin this Wednesday morning. And before long, come September the 14th, is going to be, well, the 5K run. And our special guest in to tell us more about Habitat for Humanity. Tell us how this works, how we can be a part of it and help raise some funds.
We would love to. We are having our 3rd annual 5K run, walk, and kids fun run coming up September the 14th at Bonita Lakes. We'll start at 8 o'clock.
Now, where does the track go? How far you got to go on this 5K thing to make that off?
You're asking the wrong person. I know it is well marked.
Yeah.
Tim Irvin
Tim's good at it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got it all marked out. He's got the race numbers and the little timer devices and all of that. So, but it goes around Bonita Lakes, around the park there. So,
Best I remember, it's got some uphill travel there, so be cautious.
Yes, exactly. So, if it's not for the faint of heart,
That's me.
Yes, that's me too. I do participate in that. I sign up and I
Right.
get my T-shirt. And I will be there to greet you at the beginning and at the end.
To push them along.
Yes, and to hand you some water and a snack.
Yeah.
But you won't see me on the racetrack at all. So, but I mean, this is a good family event. You can bring your kids out. We do a kid fun run, which is just a mile for them. And it's come on. So but we are excited that this is our third year. We're trying it in the fall this year. The last 2 years, one time has been at Easter, and the next year we did in the spring, and of course the spring rains kind of made
it
us
can be
move.
chilly.
Yes.
Yep.
So. But this fall, hopefully, will be right in time for the weather to be cool mornings. So you can get out there and get your exercise in and then get home in time to watch the SEC football games. I know State and Ole Miss, they play at noon, I believe, on that Saturday. But, you'll be home in plenty of time to get a shower, get your fixings
Chips and
ready,
dips
chips
and
and
all
dips.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
all of that ready to sit back on the couch and watch and know that you've already had your exercise so you don't have to go out and do anything else for the rest of the day.
You can eat extra
yes.
chips.
Exactly.
And we know.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Yes, exactly.
So how do we sign up, and how does this work?
All right, so you go to time2run.net, click on the link for, it says September the 14th, Habitat for Humanity race, and it will walk you through signing up, or you can call the office and I can get you a registration form, and we can sign you up that way. So, but you have to sign up by August the 26th in order to get your really pretty T-shirt. I know that's a real big deal for some people. So T-shirts, yes.
That's what it's about.
So exactly. And it costs $25 if you're going to run, $15 if you're going to walk, and then the kids are only $10 to run and participate. So
the earlier the better.
Right,
It gives y'all
exactly.
time to know what you're going to order, how many shirts.
Exactly.
and-
Yes, I have to get the order into our T-shirt guy by a certain time. So, and if you want to have a T-shirt for the race, we need to know by the 26th. So
Gotcha.
Right, and we're still looking for sponsors. So if you own a business out there and you're watching today and you want to sponsor, we have sponsorships from for $250 up. And you get your name on the T-shirt. You get announcements. You also get, depending on the level, you get certain number of people to race for free. So if you have some employees that are into racing or walking, you can certainly do that to provide sponsorship money for the race.
And this is a nonprofit.
It is. We are a tax deduction nonprofit. Chad White won't be coming and knocking on your door.
Busy little fella there.
Exactly. The proceeds from this race, we have been fortunate in that we have had a house donated to Habitat over on 36th Avenue. And we are going to go in and rehab that house. So all the proceeds from this race are going to go towards that, rehabbing that house and making it for a family to purchase. That's a misconception for Habitat, is some people think that our homes are just given away. We don't give them away. The people do, the family that will take this house does go through a mortgage.
Right.
The only difference between Habitat and the bank is that we don't charge interest. In Deuteronomy, it says not to charge interest to those that are less fortunate.
Right.
So for our homes, they are low-income families. They do have to meet a certain standard or a certain income level, but they also have to pay for their house. They have to pay for insurance, where we require them to keep insurance on their homes. They also pay taxes on their homes. And it is managed through, a banking system.
Correct.
So the mortgages, they have to pay. They get a 30-year mortgage, 20-year mortgage, whatever their finances can handle. So that's, what we're going to be doing is putting a family in there and hoping to help revitalize that neighborhood. Every time we put a family into a home, that's our goal, is to change Meridian one house at a time, or change Lauderdale County one house at a time. If you take a family that, maybe living in or any rental situation, that's not theirs. So when you move them over to a house that's theirs, that they're paying for, their life changes. It's a life-changing event where they take pride in where they are, their neighborhood. We have a family that lives on that street that has already approached us and said, we're so glad that y'all are coming in. We want to help. We want to help revitalize this neighborhood, this street, one street at a time.
Ownership of this, and
exactly.
you're on the tax roll, so you're helping the community.
Exactly.
You're taking a dilapidated home,
right,
and making it livable.
Right.
Like you said, someone who can't go through traditional means to obtain ownership. And
exactly.
This is something that personally would make them feel so much better about themselves. And
yes.
Now they also have to work.
Yes.
To not just say, hey, I want it, and they get it, but they have to put in some sweat and tears too, right?
Yes, sir. This is a application process. So when they fill out the application, they have to provide us with all kinds of documents, like their income, their bills, their current living situation.
Right.
We hand that off to our Family Services Committee. The Family Services Committee takes and goes and visits this family where they are, or this person where they're living, and look at their current living conditions and seeing why they might need a house. They also take and do a background check and a credit check. It's not necessarily a credit check like you would do for the bank. They're not looking to see that. They're looking to see, can you afford to pay for the house?
Right.
Do you have income coming in that you can pay the house note or the mortgage and your insurance and your taxes?
What is the again, where we register to get into the race?
This is timetorun.net.
Y'all check that out.
With the number 2.
With the number 2,
Starting September the 4th. Thank you for coming in and telling
You're
us more about that.
You're so very welcome. Thank you for having us.
Habitat for Humanity, we've got more on the way as we get into local headlines and things that go thump in the middle of the night.
Might go moo here in just a minute.
Yes, sirree.
Meet John. He's on the hunt for the car of his dreams. John calls Adrian, who's ready to assist in making sure John's car buying experience is seamless. With Hyundai of Meridian, your new ride is just a call away. Discover endless possibilities at HyundaiofMeridian.com. Hyundai of Meridian. New thinking, new possibilities.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, we'll travel.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. We often talk about missing critters.
Yeah.
We go
small ones.
Big ones?
Sometimes big ones.
We go to Kemper County next, and I guess we're just going to have to call her old Bessie is missing as we go to the Brick Gully Farm, and the best picture that we could come up with is the whole herd here.
Well,
what we have is the one with the white face. She is AWOL, missing from Britt Farms right there. And I believe this is her back here in the back right there. Let's see if we can zoom in on her a little bit better there.
Uh-oh.
If you happen to see a cow in Cow Creek, it could be her.
I wonder if she thought the grass was greener on the other side of the fence.
Uh-oh. That may be. Went on down to Marcus's place. If y'all happen to see her walking around, Britt sure would like to have her back there.
That'd be a long way to see Harold. So.
Yes, it would. We don't think she escaped to do that. Northwest Kemper had a little water leak last night. That is fixed, thank heavens. I know that those of you who are on the system there are glad that that's back. Up and coming in just a moment, we'll get into a little incident that we had, a wreck. We'll get to talk about that in a minute. As we do that, let's get into what happened on this day. We hadn't done that yet this morning. Let's do a little history for us. As we go back, I often remember David Allen Coe as he broke loose with Mona Lisa, lost her smile. Well, Mona Lisa was stolen today.
Mona Lisa.
1911, she went bye-bye. Somebody stole her there. Can you believe that? She was found in the end. It was unharmed. It was found a couple of years later. There are more things with art stolen than you realize.
Well, you know, Reddington stole a bunch of art on Blacklist.
Sure did.
I'm not going to pay some exuberant amount of money for a piece of art to stick in a closet and never show anybody.
Unless all your friends are crooks, too.
Well, but then they'll steal it. Who you gonna call? The police? Somebody stole my picture.
Did this guy also get to play with the Harlem Globetrotters? I know that he was supposed to be one of the best basketball players ever.
I hope.
And what didn't he make? I don't want to go into it, so I'm doing that as a warning to Odie. But didn't he make some type of claim to fame of a number of women that he may have dated?
You know, I believe that was him.
I
think so.
Anybody remember a guy named Walt Chamberlain? He was born on this day back in 36. Harlem Globetrotter outfit, he had to play there, but he was a great ball player. We'll give him credit for that. The rest is a mystery, and I guess we'll just leave it at that.
I wonder how many come forward.
Sometimes it's just best not to know. And the thing that always pops in my head when I think of his name is on a warm summer's eve, on a train bound for nowhere, is what I always hear when I hear his name. And it would multiply from that. Many of you know him from Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town.
I always think of the Six Pack.
The movie Six Pack?
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers is who we're talking about. The Gambler was born in 38. Man died with a gambler's face, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He was grinning.
And it was permanent.
Yes, sir. Still there now.
Still there now.
We don't know whether it was surgery or Botox. We're unsure, but it was froze.
Hey, you got lifted up on one side.
Yeah, I know you look at Raquel Welch, you look at Dolly, and we all know that they've had surgery, but is it best just to age and let life take its course?
I'm just going to go with the age.
Most men do, is why we pick on him. There's a lot more ladies that go and have surgery, and we understand that Pat Sajak, we wouldn't know him if he hadn't had all that.
Oh,
but it doesn't seem as many men have it.
Yeah, no.
Just,
do you know who came up with Botox? It was not meant to be used for plastic surgery and all. That was not its main purpose, but it was brought to us by the Shriners Hospital.
I did not know that, Odie. Shriners discovered that?
Yeah.
Huh. What were they inventing again? Do you know?
I can't remember. Maybe it was something with the cleft lip that they, with the surgery they do or something, but that's where it came from.
I did not know that. You ever notice
the palate, I think is what it's called, yeah.
Okay, well, we learn something each day, but something invented by accident, I take it. Well, we all know him from the deep voice from the Statler Brothers.
Ooh, he had it.
Harold Reed was born on this day back in 39, and he was deep. I saw your picture in the paper Sunday morning. Does your mama know I'm rich and famous and happy? Well, almost that is. But I bet she's having second thought. You ever heard that song?
Oh, yeah.
He dates a girl in high school, and he works real hard. She goes off to college, and then she marries somebody else. And he ends up making it, and her mom always looked down at him. And he writes a little song for her mama.
Just remember this.
That's right. As we go back
Like
to
Me Now comes to mind.
a more modern day version of that.
Yeah.
Living in your radio. Y'all remember, we talked about this movie not long ago, Mannequin. Yep. Y'all remember that? Well, the girl that was the main star that was a mannequin, Kim Cattrall, was born on this day. I don't know anything else she's ever been in. Now, she may be some big movie star, but I didn't see it.
She looks familiar, but I can't place her in an exact film.
She rode the motorcycle good.
But, well, yeah.
And it may have been now. In 1959, and it's hard to believe it's only been this long since it's been a state.
Wow.
We had to change a whole bunch of flags on this state back in 59 as Hawaii became a state. Ain't that something?
Man.
I hear it's beautiful out there.
There's one good thing about it. They don't have snakes.
They don't?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Nope.
Why?
They couldn't get there.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. Oh, she played Sex on the City. She played in Big Trouble in Little China.
Porky's?
Well, no, I saw that. Don't remember that one.
You don't remember Porky's?
I don't remember her being on. Oh, I do remember Porky's. Oh, that was huge growing up.
She wasn't the gym teacher that.
No, I don't think so.
Lassie. Okay, that was funny. I don't care who you are.
Oh, me.
But, yeah, I never watched Sex in the City.
I didn't either.
But everybody, we got 2 or 3 people saying she was in Porky's.
Yeah, there's more people saw her in Porky's.
Yeah, you probably would. But look at this. Somebody said Police Academy?
Police Academy. Okay. Oh, I wonder if she was. Maybe that's what I noticed her from.
Yeah, man.
Police Academy.
Well, we're learning something together this morning there.
Yeah.
As I've often accused this man of selling encyclopedias, because there's just no way that Clint Black ended up looking the way he does without a salesman coming by going, "You got an encyclopedia?"
Yeah.
This would be one of a country singer who was on top of his game. Number 1 songs pouring left and right. His name, if we go back and remember this, was Spade Cooley. Well, he just couldn't handle it. Even Roy made a little visit to his house.
Yep. Knock, knock, knock.
Spade ain't home. Come on in.
Come on in.
Problem was he had a jealous bone. As we go back to remember this, as he murdered her for being unfaithful. As we got Roy there because Roy.
Yeah, he knocked.
If you'll look into this, it made him so mad there. In order to make sure that she had died, he took a cigarette and put it out on her with his foot to make sure she didn't squirm. He wanted to make sure she, off to jail he went.
Wow. Isn't that something?
He was jealous. That's all you can say about that. They should have just got a divorce and been done with it.
And yep, and through.
What was that song that I'm hearing here?
Ooh, Werewolves of London.
Yeah.
That's it.
Y'all remember this movie, American Werewolf in London? 1981 is when it come out. Did you ever watch it?
I want to say I did.
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. I remember. I don't remember the movie. I do remember watching it, but I don't really remember too much of it.
Didn't and it's not the same movie, and I don't want anybody to think I'm talking. But what's his name that was in Back to the Future? Didn't he play a wolf? Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
He was really good at basketball.
Yeah.
After he became
surfed on top of the van as they were driving down the road.
It was 1982 when your nobody called today, and she hung up when she heard my voice.
Yeah.
Anybody remember a girl named Sylvia? Well, your nobody called today. Boy, was that not good?
That was a good song.
Nowadays, she doesn't have to call the house because he's got a cell phone. She can just text him.
Got his own number.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to get called. But 1982 is when that all happened.
Yeah.
And that was back before, I guess, before divorce was the thing, because she even goes into the second or third course of the thing, talking about she's got 1 shot left because he's still mine and I won't stand in line. Nowadays, women say you can have him.
Well, there's too many out there. Yeah.
1993. Why didn't I think of that?
Why didn't I think of that?
Jeannie Whaley, if you're watching, the first time I met this guy, she was standing next to me as he got off the tour bus, and Jeannie escorted him into the Temple Theater. Doug Stone, back in 93. You'll remember him.
She was playing security.
She was security there. His big song, of course, I'd Be Better Off in a Pine Box on a fast train back to Georgia.
Yeah.
That's where y'all remember Doug from. That's the first time I met him there. As we go back to 61, Crazy.
Yeah, boy.
And what about this, y'all?
That was her last movie too, wasn't it?
Yes, she had a nose surgery after that, and it ruined her.
And they said, well, we don't want you now.
Of course, the iconic scene there, her flying across the room there on top of him there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with her.
No. She should have stayed the way she was. That was a low-budget film. They didn't expect it to do anything huge, and look what happened. Baby, I think was her name.
Baby was her name, yep.
Patrick Swayze, of course, he'd become such a mega star after that. We all loved him from Red Dawn. We didn't know that he had a softer side of him like Sears at that time. We would quickly find out, wouldn't we? But he did drive a cool beat-up 57 Chevrolet in it.
Yes, he did.
Smoked a little bit.
Just check the gas, fill her up with oil.
There's some type of controversy that I don't know about. I saw part of a headline where they were jumping on guards about something about the flag, and I don't know what it's about. This happened lately. So I mentioned something that I can't tell you the answer to. But I do know back in '89 this happened. It was released to radio, If Tomorrow Never Comes.
Never comes.
Yeah. Strong stuff there back in '89.
Oh, man. He was, in some aspects, he was ahead of his time.
He was. He was so ahead of his time that he got ahead of himself one time and went back home. What do you do when you move somewhere and in 24 hours you realize, I done messed up?
That ain't right.
And he went home, back to Oklahoma, and he done that. Worked out for him. It would be today that she would get her sentence because she was playing a little rich girl. And again, I'm still mad about this because somewhere, somehow, a child and a young adult did not get their opportunity because their slot was bought. When it should have, yes,
that earned that.
It really gets me all ferociously mad.
Yeah,
y'all remember this?
It's like DEI.
Yeah,
that we're having to deal with. Everybody's entitled except for the ones who actually worked. They got up, no matter what their situation was. They got up. They went to school. They came home. They put in the hard work. They got their homework done. They studied. They make great grades. They planned to go to school because their family couldn't afford it.
Yep.
But they knew that if they buckled down, they could get someone to help them go through school. And then all of a sudden they're told, no, somebody else came along. Whether it be anything besides money, this DEI crap that we've got.
That's right.
You're not going because of your hard work. You're not going because you don't fit this criteria.
Bribery is what it was. It was a scandal. And y'all want to know what? It's still going on.
Oh.
This hadn't stopped that. There's a lot of people that deserve an opportunity. They're just getting... I can't think of the word. I don't want to say that.
What was that movie?
Take This Job and Shove It?
No, it had Rodney Dangerfield. Boy, you a melon, remember?
Yes.
You're a melon. And we're going to buy you a building to make sure my son stays in college. This is going to be the
back to school.
Yeah, back to school. That was it. This is the melon building or something.
That was funny.
I'm sorry, but that was.
Rodney Dangerfield was funny. I get
melon.
no respect. I get no respect.
It's that triple Lundy.
Oh, that's what it was. As we go back to, hey, bird dog, keep away from my girl.
Oh.
Wake up, little Susie. Y'all remember
Wake
that?
up. Yeah, boy.
Oh, they had a lot more hits. Dream.
Yep.
Something like that.
I wish we could sing.
But we would be probably stars if we could.
Yeah, we could give Brooks and Dunn a run for their money.
Don Everly passed away on this date back in 21. That's been 3 years ago. We didn't say nothing about them being handsome fellas. It was black and white television back at the time, and they thought they were cute. Yeah, we're trying to help them out there. But they did, what was the Elvis song that they done that Elvis made so much bigger? Along came Jim Dandy, and they snuck right out the door. Little Sister, don't you? Didn't they do Little Sister also? Don't you do what your big sister done? Dwight redone it. I had in my mind that the Everlys done it. They may not have. They may not have done that. I could be mistaken.
Annette said they was cute.
Were they now? Ooh, Carl says things are going on in Meridian with briberies. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray Report.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer. Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise. 601-453-4009. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray and Odie. As we mentioned, there was a fender bender yesterday, and this time it would involve a Lauderdale County Sheriff's Deputy. As we go, who is in this picture that I see? Oh, it's Coco.
Uh-oh.
He's on the scene as we went there. Again, this was a fender bender. This would happen right there by Webb Funeral Home. As we look at this, Lauderdale 14, a fender bender. No one was hurt, no injuries there, and I was teasing him. I couldn't help but stop because I always see him with a pad in his hand correcting something. Little fender bender. It was no big deal. It was he was waiting to turn and he got bumped. He's okay, they're okay, and that's how it all turned out there yesterday.
Nothing big about it. I'll tell you what, that's the last person I'd want to hit would be old Coco. You imagine hitting him and he stepped out of the car?
Well,
sir.
What was that song with Bobby Bear the Winner? He gripped the bar with one big hairy hand. My God, that man was big.
Yeah, sir, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here, I'll pay for it now.
We also had a little fender bender there in front of Holiday Inn, I-20 yesterday. Nothing to it. It was just a little tap. Everybody was okay as we passed by. We made sure that they were okay also as that was going on. Now, yesterday morning, I started out early. And let me show you where I started out. Right here is where I went. Why? Because what is that I hear? Ting, ting, bang, bang. It was gunshots being fired in Meridian. Before long, the Meridian Police Department would arrive. They were scouring the area as they were looking for the suspect. If I remember correctly, he was last seen wearing a black shirt and some gray pants and hoofing it on foot. Ooh. He would run from St. Francis over to Old Marion Apartments, and then, let me just go over here where we were. This is the, what was the old barbecue place that used to be there? Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman's Barbecue and Blackbeard's Restaurant.
Yeah.
Was there. Some buddies of mine owned it years ago.
There was a house that sat next to it on the hill. It's gone. But this is the old trailer park on Highway 45, the camper.
Used to be a nice place.
What do we say? Oh, I see dogs.
Uh-oh.
Oh, let's hit play here. As they were searching this entire area, the person that done the gunfire ran through here. Now, at the end of the day, they were not found. They were hoofing it pretty fast there, Odie.
He didn't stop, did he?
He did not. But fortunately, out of this whole little story that we told you, no one was hurt. But we were there to bring you what was going on. It's important to know who, what, and how, because you never know when you're at work, somebody running up on you. And it could be a suspect, and you can call police and go, here's your man. And that's what was going on in that area there with the large police presence yesterday.
LaWanda said, Cole responded to a car accident she had back in October. Very nice. And he is super nice. He's a good guy. Love him to death. He's a hotty-totty buddy.
Yep.
So I had to throw something at him like that. He is. If I didn't know him, I wouldn't want to see him after I've made him mad, though. A big old feller.
But the sheriff's department always nice whenever you bump into them, and I work with them every day.
Literally, there's no pun intended.
That's correct. Every day. We had someone else staying down at the Marriott, and we thought we would share this with you. There's always roommates down there. There's room for more, as a matter of fact. As we go to Clark County, Kaisha Johnson was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, domestic violence. Her bond was set at $25,000 in a stabbing incident that happened down in Shibuya.
I bet she got there right after lunch.
I believe so.
Because eating Skidmores is the only thing that would put that kind of a smile on your face.
She did. You really got to give her credit. She did have a nice smile.
Yeah, pretty.
Yes, yes. A lot of people were saying how nice she were. This was more of a solemn face that got to go to the Clark County Jail as we go here to visit next.
Lunch.
Matthew, he was arrested by Equipment PD, if y'all remember that going on there on Long Boulevard for old fines. It wasn't anything big. He just, forgot to pay.
That happens.
It does. It's going to come up there, and they said, you can't be doing that. Come on, spend the night with us. We had and I'm late. We were busy Monday, and I didn't get a chance to show this, but we had an issue go on out at the Highway Patrol office. If you were trying to get your driver's license, there was an issue. Let me show you the issue. Did you see all that?
No.
It got flooded.
Yeah, we hadn't had rain. That's a lot of water.
Yep, had a pipe bust inside, and it shut down all operations. As a matter of fact,
Wow.
I think Jackson had to start doing the calls for them out of the Highway Patrol office, to tell officers where to go because they couldn't work and there was so much water, Odie.
Man.
Yeah, that's a heap.
That's a lot of water.
So that's what was going on at the police department. Don't forget about this because every night there's somewhere, and this is going to be going on through Labor Day.
Oh, yeah.
Each department, Lauderdale County is doing it. I know Neshoba County is doing it. I'm sure Clark County and Newton. All of these guys are out trying to keep drunk drivers off of the streets. It's important. I want to say I know of about 2 or 3 that may have gotten it last night. Rump Road.
And you can't say that you didn't know.
No, you can't. And here you go. Here's Neshoba County. Eric Clark hiding behind a bush over there.
Yeah, he's going to get you.
That's right.
That's another big man over there.
That's correct. We've toured their jail several times as well, and I like to use the word toured. We didn't stay for dinner.
When that door slams behind you, though, you still get that.
You sure you got a key?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Let me hold it. This was one of those storms, and I meant to show this yesterday or Monday because we got real busy. But the storm, this is how quickly storms can come up.
Wow.
Friday afternoon, there was a little thunderstorm that happened in Neshoba County. Wasn't much to it. Next thing we know, it came through Meridian running at about, if you would say, faster than a speeding bullet. I want to show you some of these pictures. This is the power company that was out restoring power. I know you were out as well.
Yeah,
this was a common scene, wasn't it?
It was. It was everywhere. And it happened just super quick. We didn't expect anything like this. We didn't even crank up the radars.
Because it was that quick.
It was quick.
Here's another example of what happened there. Trees were down. Always remember when storms come up like this, these country roads drive a little slower because this can be in the roadway.
That's right.
You'll see there in the background how that snapped right there. Yep. Pretty common, but we want you to be there safely. And let me ask this, because I see them, and I know that y'all had to be using them on Friday, and I've heard so many people say that it's quick, it's easy. These new chainsaws that are electric, what's your opinion?
And this Milwaukee chainsaw is the bomb diggity. I'll just go ahead and say that. I mean, batteries last. You don't have to worry about sitting there trying to crank this thing up. Do I have fuel? You had a couple of extra batteries. You hit the go button on that, and that little dude will go and will cut a tree. They are an awesome asset to our arsenal of toys. Arsenal.
He's gone to using big words, y'all.
Man, I tell you. But yeah, they the bomb diggity, and
like them.
Just I love them to death.
The good thing about that is you can put it in your toolbox, and you're not going to leak fuel everywhere. That's one thing.
It doesn't matter. You got oil in it, But other than that, your bar oil. But they're great.
I want to say good morning to. I met a sweetheart this weekend. She was cute as a button, Odie. Her name is Nola. And she came by and wanted to take a picture. Me and her got together there, and I just wanted to say thank you to her for doing that with me. That was sweet.
Yeah. Well, good morning.
Can't
Looks
beat
like
that.
you was at Sam.
I was up there. I was looking for the mayor for the next council meeting on aisle 3. We'll be right back.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealers are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealers Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Oh, hey, it's us.
It is.
Daniel did say one thing. If you're cutting a really big tree, you better get you one of them gas-operated chainsaws.
Oh, yeah. If it's a big one, it's not going to handle that. But for little stuff.
Yeah, they nice.
We want to show you the dangers of what's out there. I just threw this up on the page, and we'll put a description. Yeah, I got that same reaction. Be careful at night where you step. Y'all look at this big critter.
Yeah, boy.
He is big.
That's a healthy fella right there.
Yes, sir. He sure was. And they will go.
Yeah, they don't normally come in two pieces like that.
And that's specialty there.
Yeah.
My, oh my, that's a big snake. And just keep in mind that they're out there. When you're mowing grass, moving things around, they will get you even at night.
Yeah, don't move stuff at night.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Sebastopol added a new addition to the Dollar General. I mean, they thought they had to change the scenery a little bit on Friday afternoon, and well, here we go.
Oh, I thought it was a drive-through.
Yes, sir. Let's just go ahead and put a Ford up front. Clean up on aisle 3. That was at the Dollar General there. I think everybody was okay, but we did have a fender bender there involving a car versus a building. It's going to happen. You're going to have that in them big stores like that some days.
Yeah.
It happens. We have had some pretty, I wanted to show this, Odie. We always encourage everybody to send in their pictures that they see, but look at that. Is that not gorgeous?
I tell you, God can make some awesome painting. Just like we were talking about earlier with the Mona Lisa. There's not a better artist out there than God. And you don't have to steal his pictures. He draws them all day, every day.
I thought you were just telling me that Mona Lisa was pretty. I was going to say, Odie, we need to...
No.
That woman was challenged.
Yes, she was.
And she wasn't happy.
No, she wasn't happy.
She had to sit there, I guess, probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He didn't like that. Whoo, boy. Let's see what else. We had some rainbows sent in also as we're talking about pictures.
We did have him Friday.
Look at that pot of gold.
Yeah, till you get there and somebody else beat me to it.
Always reminds me of every time. I don't know why. As a kid, me and my sister stayed up late one night and watched Elizabeth Taylor as it was filmed in Mississippi. Raintree County was the name of it. They were chasing the tree of gold, and it was filmed, I think, in the Natchez areas.
Oh, wow.
And used a lot of the plantain. But Elizabeth Taylor, Mississippi, back in the late 50s.
Was it a good movie?
It's pretty good there. And at the end, she finds a tree and doesn't even know she finds a tree.
Well, darn.
Raintree County. Y'all check that out. She was doing that. Odie, we need to do some birthdays this morning. I know that we've gotten a few.
It is that time already.
It is.
We do. I need to get this here generator set up and going, so we'll have this ready.
I was reading as you do that. Y'all be careful. We've had an uptick in the state of Mississippi in fraudulent charities. Make sure before you give that it really is a charity. Call your local sheriff's department if you got a question about it. Any of these sheriffs around our area will be glad to talk to you if you've got something that doesn't. If you feel eerie about it, talk to them. They'll get you on the straight and narrow.
You can get on Secretary of State's website, and a list of all charities is on there, and you can double check it. See if they're with the Sheriff's Department, Police Department. See if anybody's called in and had scams before. So, yeah, stay on top of it. Not everything you see and hear and get calls from are all true.
That's true.
But so our birthdays, let's go up here to Ashley Neal Marsh. We got news that her husband was supposed to call that in, but I don't think he's made it.
You're supposed to say he did.
Yeah.
To save him. Save him. Help a brother out.
So
Odie,
we'll see.
You
I
threw
know
him
he
under
didn't.
the bus.
I'll see him at the office.
You hurt him.
No, he was going to do it later.
I can't believe you did
He's
that.
in the middle of a planning stage.
I hope he ain't a moose and you just threw a moose under the bus.
No, I wouldn't do that. Now, he come from Canada, so he knows what mooses is all. Peggy Vincent Eves is having a birthday. Ashley's 37, if we didn't say that. Jan Winfield Locklear's having a birthday. Everett Clegg Jr.'s 39 today. Chad Peavy, 45. Grady Anderson's having a birthday. Daniel Sable, a.k.a. Peanut, 69 years young today. Christy Faber's having a birthday today. Larry and Paula Grayson, 54 years together. James Embry, a.k.a. Hotshot, 75 today. And Brittany Stinson's having a birthday. We're going to go to the lucky wheel, give her a spin. Peggy Vincent Eves. Happy birthday today, Miss Peggy. Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. Go buy Hyundai of Meridian, Highway 39 North. Go in there and tell them that you are the winner chicken dinner, and you get your coffee cup.
Now, often, and I bring this up because it's near and dear to our heart, when we start talking about the good Lord above, I know it happened, it existed, and there's a lot of people that often try to prove that Jesus Christ didn't exist. Matter of fact, we've all heard about that. What do we call the cloth that was on his face? What's that called? The linen? Let me see what the name of it is. The Turin, the shroud.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, they had some scientists go in and test this material, and they said, well, that isn't old enough to be there. That's what they said. Well, this has been restudied, and you know what, Odie?
It came from him.
Yes, sir, it sure did. The timeline all matches. This stuff is real. And if you've never seen it, let me show you this picture here. This is a Daily Mail picture of where they took a snapshot of it.
I've always said
this stuff is
right
real
here.
now. What's that?
If you don't believe in God,
and there are some who don't,
and there's some that don't, and that's on you. I don't have to deal with that. But if you don't believe in God, and at the end of your life, because you said this again yesterday, everyone will have an end of life.
It's coming.
We're going to leave this world. And you end up in a real fiery, hot place.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good. If nothing happens, nothing happens. But if it is true, that's a eternity in hell. Where if there is no God and I have worshiped this God all my life and I'm wrong, but I live good. But I'm not going to take that chance because I know in my heart that there is a God and I'm going to live in eternity with him.
Now, let me say
my
this,
family
Odie.
again.
Don't y'all think that the devil wants to give you up easy. He going to fight when you go to...
And he's going to pull back. That pull is Satan.
There's good things in this world, and he's up above. You got a Bible verse for us as we head out this morning.
Yeah, if I can still learn how to
Well, sometimes that's a tough machine there to operate.
Android here, I don't know why. We're going to go back to Proverbs 12:25, where it says, heaviness in the heart of man maketh stoop, but a good word maketh glad. If you see somebody going through a hard time and they're needing that little bit of help, walk up to them, smile, pray with them if they'll let you, talk to them, give them that little encouragement. It may change their life and it'll make your day better. Hope y'all have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll be back to bring your Thursday, your Friday Eve tomorrow Until then, remember there's one thing for sure, and that is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who can give each and every one of you peace throughout the day. We love you. We'll see you in the morning.